Welcome to MAJO Television. I am Comfort or Shinaike. Here are tonight's breaking stories making headlines across the globe, Africa, Nigeria, and here in Ondo State. Let's take the headline. UN accuses Israel of genocide in Gaza war. Tension rise in Gulf as Israeli airstrike in Doha kills Hamas leaders. Ebola vaccination campaign launched in DRC's Kasai region. Zimbabwe and Namibia face off in T20 series ahead of Africa World Cup qualifiers. Federal government suspends controversial 4% import level after backlash. Inflation rates ease for fifth consecutive month, drops to 20.12%. Governor Ayedatiwa inaugurates new TESCOM board to strengthen secondary education. Governor Ayedatiwa appointed SITA chairman to drive digital transformation in Ondo. The news in detail. The United Nations has released one of its most damning reports yet on the Gaza war, accusing Israel of committing acts of genocide. The Commission of Inquiry alleged that senior Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, incited violence and oversaw military strategies that led to mass civilian deaths, widespread displacement, and the destruction of hospitals, schools, and other critical facilities. Israel, however, dismissed the report as biased and scandalous, insisting its operations target Hamas militants, not civilians. The report comes as Israel intensifies its ground offensive in Gaza City, worsening the humanitarian crisis. Aid agencies warn the enclave is on the brink of collapse, with millions struggling to access food, clean water, and medical supplies. Observers say the findings could heighten global pressure for international interventions as the human cost of the conflict continues to climb. Tensions in the Gulf have also surged following Israel's airstrike in Doha, which killed senior Hamas political leaders. Qatar condemned the incident as a direct violation of its sovereignty and has since accelerated defense talks with Washington. Both sides are now finalizing a new security pact aimed at reinforcing Qatar's defenses. The agreement is expected to enhance U.S. military support and reaffirm the strategic importance of Al-Udeid Air Base, America's the largest military installation in the Middle East. Washington views the pact as a demonstration of its continued commitment to Gulf security, while Qatar sees it as both a protective shield and a diplomatic advantage as it tries to mediate in the Gaza conflict. Analysts suggest the deal could significantly reshape U.S. alliances in the Middle East, boosting Doha's standing at a time when traditional regional partnerships are under strain. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, health officials have launched an urgent Ebola vaccination campaign in Kasai after at least 16 deaths and more than 60 suspected cases were confirmed. The World Health Organization has already deployed 400 doses of the vaccine for frontline workers and high-risk contacts, with an additional 45,000 doses prepared if the outbreak worsens. But challenges on the ground are slowing the response. Poor roads and difficult access to remote communities are complicating efforts to trace patients and deliver vaccines on time. Health officials also highlight a shortage of funding and resources, adding further strain to an already fragile healthcare system. Experts warn that if the outbreak is not quickly contained, the disease could spread to neighboring provinces and even across the border in Angola, creating a larger regional health emergency. Nigeria's Finance Ministry has suspended recently introduced 4% free board import level after strong opposition from businesses and trade groups. The levy, rolled out just weeks ago to boost federal revenue, was widely criticized for its potential to worsen economic hardship. Imposters argued it would raise the cost of goods, fuel inflation, and cripple trade activities across the country. With inflation already running high, the suspension has been welcomed as a major relief for the business community. Many industry leaders say the decision shows government's willingness to listen to stakeholders and respond to economic realities facing households and companies alike. Authorities, however, stress that the policy is only on hold, not scrapped entirely. The Finance Ministry confirmed the levy will be subjected to further review and broader consultations with stakeholders before any new course of action is announced. Meanwhile, there is a measure of economic relief as Nigeria's inflation showed for the fifth consecutive month in August, easing in 20.12% from 21.88% in July. The decline has been driven mainly by a slowdown in food prices, which has been the biggest burden on household spending. Economists say the steady easing of inflation may give the central bank room to review its tight monetary stance. A possible cut in interest rates, they note, could help stimulate economic activity and ease credit conditions for businesses and consumers. However, experts warn that sustaining the downward trend will depend on broader economic factors. The stability of the naira and fluctuations in global commodity prices remain key risks that could either support or derail the gains after so far. In Ondo State, Governor Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa has inaugurated a new board for the Teaching Service Commission, TESCOM, the body responsible for teacher recruitment, administration, and welfare in secondary schools. Mr. Oluwadaisi Oke has been appointed chairman, alongside members drawn from the Parent Teachers Association, the Ministry of Education, Finance, and other key sectors. At the same ceremony, Honorable Somide Akinribido was named Executive Chairman of the State Information Technology Agency, SITA, which will spearhead digital transformation across the state. Governor Ayedatiwa said the appointments align with his administration's agenda: education, agriculture, security, and empowerment. He urged the new TESCOM leadership to focus on addressing the shortage of teachers, particularly in rural areas, while also improving teacher training and welfare. Education stakeholders have described the move as timely, expressing optimism that the reform will help revitalize the state's public school system. In Ondo State, government is reinforcing its commitment to quality education with fresh initiative to support pupils and teachers. This development underscores the administration's resolve to improve the learning environment and promote efficiency in the state education system. At the grassroots level, Akure South Local Government Chairman Honorable Gbenga Fashwa has distributed more than 10,000 exercise books and 500 school bags to pupils across the area. The gesture, which took place at the council headquarters formed part of the government's ease agenda designed to reduce the financial burden on parents and motivate pupils to remain committed to their studies. Stakeholders in the education sector described the initiative as timely, especially as the new academic session begins. Parents and teachers at the event expressed gratitude, noting that the provision of learning materials would not only enhance classroom performance but also improve school attendance and retention rates. They stressed that such interventions are particularly important in today's challenging economy as they ease school-related expenses and provide relief for families. Many lauded the initiative as a clear demonstration of the government's determination to secure the future of children through education. And that was the news on MAJO Television. I am Comfort Oshinaki. Thank you for